Welcome everybody, one and all. I am Josh Fuller and you are listening to This Week in Texas Music. This is an extension of our radio show that broadcasts live on 99.7 FM in the Montgomery County and surrounding areas. We have also extended that now to podcast form. We are glad to have you along. Every week we celebrate Texas music. We celebrate the scene, we celebrate the people, we celebrate the new artists, we celebrate the old artists that made this thing possible, made Texas music the powerhouse that it is today. This is a celebration of Texas music, the songwriters, the producers, the singers, the guitar players, the guy that picks up the drumstick when it drops on the floor. Welcome to This Week in Texas Music. Let's get to the show. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of This Week in Texas Music with me, Josh Fuller, and we have another special guest in studio today, Miss Jenna Katherine from right here in North Houston, Spring, Texas area, and I've actually known Jenna for a really, really long time and have watched her literally grow up. So here she is. She's just released her second single, and welcome to the show, Jenna.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, so now I know you go to school right now.
Yes.
So you happen to be in the area today.
Yes.
You didn't have to drive very far to get here.
No.
Where are you going to school at?
Texas State.
That's right. Texas State. And this is your second single. We played your first single.
Yep.
And which single's out now?
I have several that just came out. So I have one that came out in November called Folded Flag.
Yes.
And then I have one that just came out this past week called You Don't Belong in Here.
Yes, that's a good song too. All of them are good songs. You've been writing for years.
Yes.
We can get into more of that a little bit later. So we mentioned that, I've known you and watched you grow up.
Right.
So right there in Tomball, Texas, pretty much is where I saw you for the first time at the Empty Glass over there doing the open mic night, and you would come up and sing. Tell me kind of a little bit about how that became where you are now. What happened in between?
But right before I had met you, I was going to those songwriter retreats in the Woodlands, and that's kind of how I got over my stage fright, and that's why I was actually comfortable enough to come up there and play. Yes. I was still kind of getting used to it.
I remember your mom had to kind of push you up there, like.
No, she totally bribed me.
Yeah, bribed you?
100%.
I did the same.
She
with
was
my kids.
like, "If you get on stage, I'll get you a new phone," and I was like, okay, fine, because growing up, I always had hand-me-downs. It was always somebody else's first, and then I got it, and this was like my new phone.
Oh, well,
so
that's
it worked.
A good bribe. I just give my kids candy.
It was very effective.
Yes, that's awesome.
Very effective.
And then, so I know you have an older album that you did make.
Yes.
And those songs you wrote when you were very young.
Very, very young.
Do those songs still kind of translate now into, like, do you think that the songs also were able to age with you, or were those songs when you, as an artist, you're going to be critical, but when you listen to them, are you like, oh, those are like little kid songs, or do you feel like they've kind of aged with you too?
Playing them now, my voice has definitely changed, and I feel like some of them can resonate still growing.
Yeah.
One of them is a very young song, and that one I feel like resonates with a lot of a younger audience, which is totally fine too.
Work for Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice.
And then there's another one I know a lot of younger girls like, the title track Sugar and Spice.
Okay.
That one does well with the younger crowd too. Everybody's telling me that I need to re-record it with how much my voice has grown. Some people are telling me that I should rewrite it to make it more resonate with who I am now than who I was when I was 12.
Maybe take out MySpace and add Snapchat or whatever. You're not even that young. You're not even old enough for MySpace, are you?
Mm-mm.
No, that's great. That's great. I don't feel old at all. All right, well, I know you play around the area a lot, and you're starting to branch out more and more. Tell everybody where they can go to get your information on your music and your tour dates and all that good stuff.
My social media is definitely a good place to start. My Facebook and my Instagram and all of that stuff, that stays very updated, very current. We've got my website we just updated with new pictures. I have a Bands in Town. We're not super active on Bands in Town, but my website's got everything. It's got all my merch and all of that. And then all of my music that I've released is all on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora.
Perfect.
The whole 9 yards.
Well, perfect. Well, thanks for joining us for This Week in Texas Music. As you guys know by now, if you are listening on the radio right now, the podcast will continue. You just have to go find it everywhere podcasts are downloadable and listened to, including Spotify and YouTube. So go check that out so you don't miss the rest of this conversation, because me and Jenna know each other a while, so you never know what's going to come out about what's going on here. So y'all stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in again to This Week in Texas Music.
Hey y'all, this is Jenna Katherine. I'm here at K-Star Country playing you one of my newest songs I just wrote a few weeks ago. It's called Anymore. For someone who claims you're hurting just like me, you don't show it. You're not the one with the right to feel this way. For a guy who said forever and then broke it, it doesn't feel like you ever cared at all. One day I'll wake up and I won't need you anymore. The day that I'll stop watching for you outside my door. Yeah, someday I pray I'll pick up the last pieces of my heart you left there on the floor. Until then I'll stay wondering why my love wasn't good enough for you anymore. Well, I'm the girl who would have sacrificed it all for you, in hell or high water, after all we'd been through. The girl who stayed through everything and ended up hurt. Well, I'm learning who she is out on her own. One day I'll wake up and I won't need you anymore. The day that I'll stop watching for you outside my door. Yeah, someday I pray I'll pick up the last pieces of my heart you left there on the floor. Until then I'll stay wondering why my love wasn't good enough for you anymore. Tried everything to make this work, but you wouldn't. Someday someone will come to love me like you couldn't. 'Cause one day I'll wake up and I won't need you anymore. The day that I'll stop waiting for you at my door. Yeah, someday my prayers will come true, and my heart won't be left there laying on the floor. I don't know why my love wasn't good enough for you anymore. Someone will come down the road and my heart won't be ignored. And the hurt and pain you caused won't hurt so bad anymore.
All right, we are back here with Jenna Katherine on This Week in Texas Music, and she just played us a little tune. I hope I remember to edit it into the podcast. So hopefully y'all can see what she just played. That was a really good song. So that was a 3 a.m. song, you said?
It's 3 a.m. song.
Yeah, those are the best songs. Those are the ones that mean the most. Well, come from a place of meaning. We'll say that.
I honestly would not have gotten through that night if I had not been writing a
Yeah.
song. It was awful.
Well, you know, a lot of people say, "Oh man, this person's music saved my life," or "This person's music changed my life." But what a lot of people don't understand is the whole reason that song got written was to either save their own life or change their own life.
Yeah.
And luckily, that's why it's called the gift. We get to give it to other people, and hopefully they can benefit from it too. But yeah, songwriters, I mean, a lot of music for them is therapeutic. You just, when you sell it or you put it online for people to hear, that's the byproduct. But the actual reason was, to save your own life sometimes. Mm-hmm. I have been there, and I've written many of those songs. And a lot of those, I won't play it on stage, though. You know, it's just, that was just for me in that song. But there's a couple out there that I put out there. And it does. When you get that one person that says, man, and it hits them the way it hit you when you were writing it, it's all worth it. After that, if I make $1 million, so what? You know,
right?
I haven't made $1 million. That's why I can say that. So, all right, well, cool. Let's dive deeper, I guess, into kind of that series of starting out at the open mic, starting out the songwriting camps. At what point did you go ahead and decide? You know what? I mean, obviously, you knew you wanted to do this since you were a child.
Right.
But at what point did it really start to make sense to you, to your brain, that you're really going for it and that you're going to put in the work necessary to really do it the best you can?
I would say probably early high school, freshman year of high school. I was doing a lot with ag, as you know, and I was doing some different shows on the side, and I was getting put with like opening for big name artists or put in this big event all the time, very regularly. And I was like, okay, if I'm 14 years old and this is what's going on here, then I can only imagine 10 years from now, what's that going to look like?
It's going to look like 24. I can do math.
I can't.
Man, and that's to be so far into your development at a young age is a real big benefit, because like you said, now you can look at, because you are in your 20s, and it's like, where am I going to be in 30?
Right.
You know? But no, it is good that you've gotten so much experience under your belt, and you're still very young, but you're not young to the game. It's pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So you mentioned that you released a bunch of singles kind of at once. And in this day and age, it's kind of weird because it's not putting out that EP, putting out the whole album. And a lot of it's just a lot of people focusing on the Spotifys and the Pandoras and all that stuff. And then you throw radio a bone and give us a single to play every now and then too, you know. But do you like the strategy of releasing a bunch of singles to Spotify, or would you rather get together a whole album?
I would like to get together an album.
Mm-hmm.
I've got enough on the books to do that.
Yeah.
Recording's just expensive.
It is. It's very expensive.
And I'm a broke college kid.
Right.
I don't got that kind of money. It's going to tuition.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, ideally, I would like to get, probably within this next year or so, get in the studio a bunch and start recording stuff to put on an album. I don't know what I want to put on there yet.
Yeah.
I have tons and tons of options.
Music. Start with music. Put that on an album. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be good.
And so the previous ones you recorded at Stormy Cooper Media.
Yes.
Right? And most around here, a lot of Texas music artists know of Stormy Cooper Media. But what was that experience like? I mean, he's got a lot of good experience and a lot of good stories behind it.
Yeah. It was a blast. I love, because my EP I did there also.
Okay.
And one thing that they really liked about me was I came in and I knew exactly what I wanted it to sound like. Like I knew what I wanted. I knew how to communicate it with them even at 14 years old.
Right.
I knew what I was looking for. I knew what sound I wanted. And it was the same kind of thing with these two. I played them for them and they were like, all right, let's do it. And everything they did sounded incredible. It was exactly what my brain was imagining. I feel like they're just incredible studio musicians, incredible people as a whole. But they're like, I want you to love your craft.
Right.
And we're here to help you get it there.
That's awesome. Yeah. So they do it as a service, not as an ego for themselves.
Right.
Right. They're doing it truly to just try to lift you up in your experience. That's pretty awesome.
They're awesome.
When I recorded my album, I did it up in Nashville a long time ago. But that same feeling is just when you have real professionals playing, they get it. And it's not just a bunch of dudes they pulled off the street and like, hey, man, can you play this? And they're like, oh, give me a month to learn it. I got you. I mean, these dudes, they read it, they play it. It's like so amazing. And when you can do that, it just kind of frees you up to just be you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really awesome. You don't get that privilege on stage unless you really have, if you have a really solid band, yes. But if you have a band that you playing your rhythm guitar is going to make or break the whole song, that's a lot of pressure. And then now you're not focusing on singing and just being you. You're focused on, am I playing the chords right? Okay. And it kind of takes you out of it a little bit. But then you have those songs where the band's truly carrying the music and you can just free yourself up, or maybe put the guitar down, just grab the microphone.
I had a New Year's show I was just doing that at.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was like, I don't really know what to do with my hands, so I picked up my guitar and I was playing it. Oh. But we had my guitar muted.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that, but we did. Surprise!
I would start an internet war if I mentioned other artists that do that. Very well-known Hall of Fame artists. That you're not the only one to have ever done that. Let me just say that. Some of them joke about it. So like I can mention like Garth. Went and saw Garth when he played at Toyota Center for whatever it was, 2 days or whatever, like one of his first reunion shows. And there was one point in the show, I forget what song he played. I think it was like Papa Love Mama or something. He goes, this is the only song they let me turn my guitar on for. And he turned his guitar, he like pushed the button. And he's a showman. It could have all just been for a joke.
Right.
But there are plenty of really well-known guys out there that they're holding the guitar for the same reason. They don't know what to do with their hands. But it's not plugged in. It ain't turned on. It's okay. But I remember my dad told me, he's like, dude, if you want to be a musician, because I told him a long time ago I wanted to be a singer. He's like, well, then you better learn to play guitar because ain't nobody going to respect you if you can't play an instrument. I was like, okay. And you got to write your own songs too. And then I grew up, and a lot of the people at the time that were popular didn't play guitar and weren't singing their own songs. I was like, come on, man. But then I found Texas music and I realized that's the scene that I want to be in. And in that scene, you do need to have some writing skills. You do need to play an instrument, not for people to respect you necessarily, but I think for other musicians to kind of give they're like, okay, this guy's all right.
Yeah.
But not everybody does, and that's fine. I'm not picking on the ones who don't. Just an observation. So you do play guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
I started on piano. I didn't like it, so I switched to guitar, and I've been playing guitar since then.
Okay.
I would love one day to learn how to play the fiddle.
Yeah, I would too. Do you still? Didn't you have like a pink, sparkly something guitar that you were playing for a while? No?
No.
I really thought somebody had given you one, or you had one you were playing that was all fancy and sparkled.
I have an itty bitty little baby guitar, but it's
You should play that.
Colored.
You should play that.
I surprisingly have grown out of that guitar.
Oh, really?
I'm a really small person.
She's very small.
So
She's been the same size since she was 14.
Sized guitars.
Okay.
But I have grown out of that one.
Yes, okay. Well, maybe you could play the ukulele. That would be fun. Or mandolin.
I don't know. I have options.
You have options. And if you
I'd love to. I just spend too much dang time at school.
No, darn it. So what are we studying in school?
I am studying agricultural education.
Awesome. You're going to teach agriculture, or you're just getting educated on agriculture?
I'm going to teach it. However, the goal is obviously music.
Right.
But I wanted to have a degree, and I was like, if I'm going to get a degree, I'd rather actually enjoy what I'm studying. Yeah. I was originally marketing. Hated it.
Yeah.
Switched over to ag. I was already doing some research stuff anyways over there, and he was like, you're an ag ed major. You just don't know it yet. And then I was the next semester.
Oh, there you go. Well, that first year, people go in with ideas and then they change. So my wife, who you know, she actually was going to be physical therapist when she went to college. And then when she started having to do her clinics in the labs and actually working with people, and she was observing other people, and she was observing these physical therapists just putting these people through absolute hell, stretching them, exercising them, and they're in agony and pain. She's like, nope, I can't do that to people. I'm going to go study rocks. And that's what she did. And it's worked out very well for her.
Oh, yeah.
But you just don't know. I mean, you have these ideas, you go in, and then there's other options, or you just realize, oh, this is what I wanted to do? Never mind. I don't want all that part of it. I just want the fun part. Same with music, really. All of a sudden we have to book our own shows. We have to make our own social media posts. We got to do all this, got to do all that. And all you just want to do is be on stage. Everybody that's out there, kids, there's more than just being on stage and being a rock star. There's a lot to it. It's good, though. It pays off if you're committed. But, yeah, it's hard. All right. Well, last year, we did a bunch of rapid fire questions.
Okay.
This year, I'm going to change it up a little bit, and I'm going to ask different questions just to see what we can get rolling here, okay? So, what is a completely non-musical hill you're willing to die on?
I know before the show we were talking about Top Gun.
Yeah?
Love those movies. However...
But see, I didn't know people didn't like Top Gun.
I know. It's weird.
I don't think I've ever met that person.
I've met a few, and I'm like, are you okay?
They're not. That's the answer. They're not. If you don't like Top Gun, you're not okay. Now, I have made a lot of jokes about the first Top Gun. There's some, but never mind. This isn't that kind of podcast. But I've made some jokes about it, and y'all can find it. Go look up Quentin Tarantino's take on Top Gun. It's very funny.
Oh.
Yeah, but I can't say it here.
Okay.
So what, instead of Top Gun, what is a hill, non-musical hill you're willing to die?
Teaching agricultural education in elementary.
Yes. Okay. That is, when we've been to shows together, you've been a lot more involved in it than I have for a lot longer. But those kids that are out there that are with like 4-H and doing it at a very young age, it's very impressive. And so I don't know why we wait until high school to let the general population start getting into it.
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
I'm going to go on a little tangent.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, so what I'm studying right now in elementary ag education is integrating it into their core subject classrooms. So teaching ag concepts through reading, writing, science, social studies, math, whatever.
Okay.
How many kids do you know that would tell you that chocolate milk came from brown cows or that their eggs came from a grocery store?
Way too many. Too many adults will say that.
Where did it come from before that?
Mm-hmm.
So if we never have any issues with athletics programs or band, orchestra, choir in high school, they don't have any problems getting their numbers up because we're teaching that from such an impressionable age in elementary school. If we're drilling that into their head at 5 years old, why aren't we doing the same thing with ag? Because that's how their clothes on their back, the food they're eating in the cafeteria, the trees outside, every single part of their life has something to do with agriculture, and they have no idea. So if we're pushing all of these other things just as much, why isn't this just as important? Because this is what makes you live.
I agree. Here. Applause break.
I could go on for hours.
We're breaking for applause. All right. So I think some problems we have in the world today are because people love to complain or make assumptions about things that they have no idea what it's about. And what you just mentioned is a perfect example of that, is that you have people out there that, 100%, you have people out there that are against anything that has to do with eating animals or making things from animals and stuff, but they have no idea exactly how it is and what's going on, or the fact that they're wearing it while they're complaining.
Right.
So they can be sitting there wearing a leather belt and saying, meat is murder or whatever. And they have no idea where it comes from. Same could be said for petroleum and oil and all that. But I agree. I think starting them off at a young age, they need to know where their food comes from. They need to know where their clothes come from. I agree. 100%. Yes. Reduce the population of ignorant grown-ups, starting with ag in elementary. I like it. All right. Do you have any hills that you're willing to die on? Do you have anybody that disagrees with what you want to do with the elementary stuff?
Nope.
No?
Everybody, as soon as I go on my little tangent,
yeah,
they're like,
well, once you're
I would support that.
Yeah. Once you're worked up, though, you're kind of hard to argue with. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. We've learned that one.
That's just a personal note. But have you gotten yourself in a position to kind of start advocating for that in other platforms?
Yes. So I started actually looking into it in high school. I was competing on the agricultural advocacy team for LDEs, which is leadership development events in FFA. So I was doing that, and we were doing our presentation over Senate Bill 801, which is the legislature that requires the TEA to create the curriculum for elementary, K through 12, all the teachers to be implementing into their classroom.
I heard her rehearsing that in the hallway. It's a lot of words.
You look at the TEA website, the TEKs are there.
Okay.
It's been there since 2021. They're supposed to be teaching. Nobody knows about it. But I think the biggest issue is that you cannot expect these teachers who went to school to teach math, to teach whatever, they don't have the knowledge or the
Right.
background they need to be able to effectively teach those TEKs.
Right.
So I would rather prep those teachers to be competent in what they're teaching than say, here's these, good luck.
Okay.
Let's give you the resources. So what I'm trying to do right now, I'm doing a literature review. Got to do all the legwork first. But Georgia has a really developed program for elementary ag education. So there's been talks of grad school.
Oh, no. Wow.
There's been talks of grad school. Just because this project, my research advisor has already told me, is like PhD dissertation kind of stuff. So it's a process. But I would like to create some sort of program like another agricultural mechanics one we have at Texas State for bringing in either like a representative to go out and then teach in their districts to those teachers who need the knowledge, or bring in those elementary school teachers themselves and train them.
So I asked for a hill that you die on, but you have made that into a mountain.
Yes.
That is, but I love the passion and to have like a heart project like that. I mean, that's something that you can work at for years and you'll find some serious fulfillment every step of the way instead of being like one big pipe dream that it may work, it may not, but it sounds pretty awesome. And you've been inspiring a whole lot of people below you too. So that'd be,
I mean, I'm taking this research all over the place.
Wow.
We're in Kentucky not next week, 2 weeks from now, and then we'll be in Florida in May, and then we'll be in Hawaii in September.
Darn. Man, Hawaii. Ugh. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm so excited.
You should be. Hawaii's a good one. All right, well, let's, what's something you're weirdly good at that would surprise people who only know your music? So people that you've only known musically, what is something that you're good at besides music that would surprise people?
Welding.
Welding, yes. Again, ag kids, folks. Yes. That is awesome. Are you really good at welding?
I'm really good at welding.
All right, you should be by now. But welding is definitely a skill. Like that's the thing. You know, we talk about AI all the time. It's not. I mean,
AI can weld.
AI can weld. AI cannot weld in a muddy field in the middle of a whatever when there's an emergency. That's what AI cannot do. But AI can do a robot and they can put it on a little spindle or a lathe and they can spin it around and it can go, you know, it can do that thing. But that's about it. Yep. That's awesome. Get yourself a skill, folks. All right. I think we kind of led into this on accident earlier, but if music disappeared tomorrow, what's the most normal person job? Oh, wait, I take that back. It started off good. I thought we knew the answer. We don't. There's a twist at the end of this question. If music disappeared tomorrow, what is the most normal person job you would be terrible at?
Normal person job I would be terrible at?
Mm-hmm. This is where you get to be humble and honest with yourself.
Well, the first part of that question, I would have told you ag teaching.
Yeah.
Obviously. That I'd be terrible at.
Mm-hmm.
What would I be terrible at?
I don't know. Are you good at? Could you be a chef?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you be a janitor?
Yeah.
Like all parts of it.
My daddy's a janitor. Yeah.
I'm just saying you could do all parts of it. Okay.
I could.
Could you mow lawns? Yeah. Can you
could
mow
if
in
I
a
had
straight
to.
line? So you're saying
I can do stuff in straight lines. That's what I got to do for welding.
That's true. So you're
Will
saying
it
you're
look
not
that good? I don't know.
So you're saying there's nothing you're terrible at? You're just good?
I mean, I will say that I haven't found anything that I'm terrible at.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's something.
All right. Humble. I like that about you. Let's see here. What's a small inconvenience? I guess a pet peeve. So what's a small inconvenience that irrationally just ruins your entire mood? It's a minor inconvenience, but there goes the day.
I don't like driving in the rain.
No? Oh, I noticed.
It starts raining and I'm like,
I went to the door to let you into the studio and it was raining a little bit. And I said, how's it going? You're like, all right.
It's going.
And I'm like, dude, you're here on one of the greatest podcasts in Texas and you're only okay.
I hate driving in the rain. Hate it.
No, driving in the rain. So I'm trying to think of one. Here's one that like as far like a small inconvenience and it shouldn't be a big deal. And it doesn't ruin my whole day, but it does put me in an instantly bad mood that I got to get out of because I'm a grown up. I got to get out of it. I hate when you come to a 4-way stop. You get there, like people are already stopped. and then you roll up to your stop, and they're still sitting there, and then they try to wave at you to go. And I'm like, you were there first. Just go. I already had it in my head. I'm going to get the stop sign. I'm going to wait for you, and then you're going to go.
But you have the right of way.
Yeah,
just
and
go.
now we're in a battle of I'm nicer. No, I'm nicer. You go. No, you go. It's irritates me.
On the traffic idea.
Yeah?
When
you'd be a terrible driver?
When you move from the right lane to the left lane to go around somebody.
Yeah.
And then they speed up.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, what are you doing? Or if somebody's in the left lane, because we all know Texas left lane's fast lane, and somebody's going the speed limit or less. What are you doing?
How dare them go the speed limit?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
This
Get
is
out of my
Texas,
way.
guys.
Yeah. No, there's, and now people are just getting crazy at driving. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many near misses every single day. It used to be, every now and then somebody would like scare you a little bit. Every day on my way home, there's at least 2 people that are driving so crazy that they almost cause a wreck right in front of you. You got to get a dash cam. Yeah. I wish I had one the other day.
I was driving downtown yesterday, and it was like,
can we all just...
Can you just drive, please? We all went to the same program. Let's just drive.
I think we don't.
I guess not.
They definitely aren't going to the same driving school I went to when I was a kid. All right, let's see. If someone shadowed you for 24 hours off the road, not musically, what would surprise them the most?
How much time I spend at my desk.
Yeah? Just sitting at your desk.
Up at school,
yeah,
I'm at my desk all the time.
Really?
Like on Thursdays this coming semester, my first class starts at 8 and my last class ends at 6.
Wow.
So I will be at my desk from 7 o'clock in the morning until 6 p.m. and I'll go to the classes in between. Other than that, I will be there working on my stuff.
I sit at my desk a little more than I want to. I think people would most be surprised at the fact that I don't stop. It looks like I'm not doing much, but I'm always in the middle of something. I'm putting out some little fire. I'm doing something. I'm kind of like the on-call guy for the family. So if a kid has an issue, I'm taking care of that. If there's something that my wife needs handled, but her hours are working late, so it's got to be handled during business hours, that's me. I'm rushing to do that. And then somehow I'm still going and practicing golf, or I'm editing a podcast, or I'm editing photographs, or whatever. It's just, if people were to actually follow me around, I think they'd be surprised at just how much I just keep moving, especially when they see this belly. They're like, you don't look like a guy that moves much. I move a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a ridiculous amount of monitors on my desk.
Oh, really?
It looks like a mini NASA station.
Awesome.
Love it.
Well,
don't get me wrong.
You're launching an initiative.
Literally.
And so it is your NASA. This is your NASA. You should walk in every morning before you sit down and be like, this is my NASA. And then sit down and get to work.
I do.
It's innovative.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. All right.
Thank you. I love that you said it's innovative. I'm working on an innovative idea poster for a research conference.
Nice. Yes. My only advice for that is spell innovative correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Because that ruins it all. All right. You want to go into some bonus questions?
Whatever you want to do.
What's something you pretend doesn't bother you, but absolutely does? And you can't say answering questions.
Getting gas.
Yeah. So
gross.
You could switch to an
It's
electric
dirty.
vehicle.
I don't want to get gas. Don't.
Yeah. The handle's gross. The handle's
It's all
dirty.
gross.
It's all dirty. It's gross. Yeah. So maybe you should go electric. Get you a Cybertruck, man.
Oh no.
And then you could put innovative on the side of it and have.
I've driven trucks since I got my license. I feel like it would just be weird if I.
Yeah. They are strong. You just can only go about 200 miles before you got to stop and wait and charge and all that. I did ask a friend of mine who does own a Tesla truck or Cybertruck, and I said, how far could I tow a cattle trailer with 2 to 4 cows in it? He said about 215 miles. And our ranch is about 280. So I wouldn't even be able to get from here to my ranch without having to stop and charge.
Mahia?
Yeah, well, sort of. North of Mahia, I guess. I forget how to read a
The one I've
compass.
been to?
Yeah,
That one? Okay.
But it is cool that they can do that. They're fun, but they're not there yet.
I got picked up by an Uber the other day.
Yeah?
It was a Tesla.
Yeah. They're fun. My buddy has one. I've driven it. They're a fun car.
Mm-hmm.
They're super quick, super fast. You push the gas and you're already at 60. Those things are cool.
I don't think I could get away from my school bus out there.
No, that is strictly Jenna right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. What is okay. What's the pettiest thing you've ever gotten competitive about?
Pettiest thing I've ever gotten competitive about?
Yep. You're kind of competitive. So something that's just I'll use an example. TMI alert. So my younger son, who you know, super competitive over everything.
Right.
Even when he was younger, if we would go to the bathroom at the same time, we'd go into like the different stalls or whatever, and he'd always come out, I'm done, I beat you, I win. It's like, over peeing? So that's pretty petty, and he's competitive over that. So is there anything that you just, like, that you're so proud of it, but at the end of the day, it's like, why am I even competitive about that? Could it be matching your clothes?
I curl my hair really fast.
There you go. See?
Curl my hair really fast.
But
and
if you're hanging out
like,
if you're hanging out with your friends, y'all getting ready to go to church, are you competing with them to finish your hair first, or getting ready? Are you trying to like be the first one done?
Internally, yes.
Yeah. You just got to dig sometimes.
I feel like that's a musician thing though. Like we costume change, we get ready like very quickly.
Yeah.
Like the countless times I've had to change in the backseat of my car. Like I can do that.
Yeah.
A lot of other people can't. Or I can do mascara while I'm driving.
Whoa. Oh, she's the one. I passed her the other day. She almost ran me off the road. Yeah. Doing mascara.
You would know if you were passing
me. Actually, you probably answer is you could never pass me. You're probably driving super fast while putting on mascara. Yeah, I get it. All right, last one. What's a habit you picked up on the road that you maybe should stop? I mean, you don't have to be 100% honest with that one if you don't want to.
A habit that I've picked up on the road that I maybe should stop?
It could be like, I used to be a morning person, but now because, late nights and playing clubs and getting out late and loadouts and all that, now I'm a night person.
It's not a bad habit.
Yeah.
I go to sleep really late.
Late?
And I get up really early.
Yeah. That's just
the
being
habit.
young.
The habit I need to grow is sleeping at a reasonable time.
Okay.
Because otherwise, I'm not a fun person.
Yeah. Well.
Don't make me cranky.
None of us are that fun when we don't get any sleep. But I used to do that, so I was a night owl forever until I took the radio job, and now I'm up at 4:30 every morning, whether I like it or not. Yeah. Even on weekends, my brain's just like, "You're awake now." I'm like, "Great."
I had 8 a.m.s every day last semester, so my internal clock wakes me up. So even if I go to sleep at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, for whatever reason, I'm still up at 7 o'clock. Or earlier.
And then at night, you probably have that young FOMO. Like, I don't want to miss something. I got to stay awake for everything. Or you're probably studying.
I'm always doing something.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember those days. Burning the candle at both ends. That's what they call that. Yep. All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about while you're here? Or you can give out your information and we can send people to your website, get your music.
I would just say keep a lookout for new stuff coming. I'm hoping to get into the studio again to get an album in the works. Yeah. I'll be at the studio on Saturday working on a song I picked up.
Okay.
So that will be out at some point probably this year.
And you're going back to school soon, so you're
Saturday.
So your shows you've been playing locally here I say locally, like
I've had 1 or 2 every weekend basically all semester.
You got any more before you leave?
I have 1 in Crosby on Friday.
Okay. Unfortunately, this will post after that. You'll already be at school. Head buried in the books.
You know it.
Yeah, that's good, though.
In my NASA station.
I do like what you're working on. I think that's a really cool idea, and I definitely like what you're working on with the music, too. The new song you played was really, really good. So once that gets put down on wax, as they used to call it, that'll be fun to hear. Yeah. For sure. So y'all make sure, give the website one more time.
It's JennaKatherine.com. At least last I checked.
It's
JennaKatherine.com.
Yeah.
If it's not, Google me. It'll show up.
There you go. So y'all make sure you check out her music. Go support her music and every other local independent artist. They all need your help, and that help means more to them than you know. So check them out, and then, of course, tell your friends about the podcast, and check out another episode of This Week in Texas Music coming soon. Well, that'll do it for for another This Week in Texas Music. We'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. We'd like to thank our guests. We'd like to thank you, the listener out there. Don't forget to share this podcast with your friends and family. Don't forget to share it on social media. Help us get those likes and get those subscriptions up. Make this thing a big deal. We would love that. You always make us feel like a big deal no matter what, no matter how many followers we get. So we appreciate y'all being along for the ride. Thank you for letting us be the soundtrack to your Saturday night or whatever night, since you're listening to it on a podcast. You can do whatever you want. We're just glad that you're doing it with us. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.